Let's do a bit of Dixon. Big up Dixon. Dixon also signed out with RA. I haven't watched this just yet though. It's the latest episode of the RA Exchange, episode number 783 with Dixon. There's a little clip taken from the Instagram with Dixon talking to RA. I need to watch the whole thing though, because Dixon's one of my legends. Dixon's one of my kings, one of my idols.
A DJ set is not rocket science. One can do it. But telling great stories that's not what everyone can do. It's coming down to storytelling, that sets can change someone's opinion on the music, because this is kind of what it is about. It's not about changing that person's opinion about me. It's about playing a track that the person maybe thinks is too cheesy or is too hard or is too complicated. But in that very moment, it was not. So the person goes home, it's connecting this track with that moment, and then it's on the phone the next day. Often with my music not, because a lot of that is not released. But once it's released, it's the person is remembering that, hopefully, that moment. And I think this is what great DJing is about, that people take home certain moments that they don't want to forget and that they want to hold on.
That's a good point. That's a really fucking good point. Especially when it comes to like, I wouldn't say educating, but I've found that some of the best DJs in the world are able to like make you like a genre that you don't like, you know? Like they're able to play a song, they're able to play a tune in a particular way, they're able to sequence it, program it in a particular way that actually makes you like that genre, even if you don't particularly like it. I think the greats do that in all genres. I think the greats in all genres are able to make you appreciate, even if you don't ultimately go away trying to listen to stuff in your own time, you'll appreciate their level of artistry. You'll appreciate what they're able to do. You'll understand why some people like it. That's why I think some people will disagree, but I do think there are great EDM DJs out there that could make you love EDM, you know? That could make you like fucking hard dance or trance or whatever. That, especially those type of stuff that I don't really enjoy. There are really great DJs out there that can make you love drum and bass. Same could say for the opposite, right? That can make you fucking hate it. But that's the real skill. And that's what a lot of people don't do, because I don't really blame DJs too, because I think most of it comes down a little bit to the bookings, you know, how they book people. The idea that DJs mostly are playing like 1 to 2 hour set. There's not really a lot of time to storytell. There's not really a time to kind of craft the soundtrack or mood or whatever. You can't really take people on a journey. You know what I mean? You can't really do much in that 1 to 2 hours. You also kind of, I feel like in my head anyway, maybe it's just the way I think about it. But when I'm playing, I'm kind of keenly aware that I want to make sure that people out there on the dance floor are having a good time, you know? So sometimes even if you have the time to take people on a journey, you want to make sure that they're having a good time by playing the hits that you know they're going to like. So you kind of call in that spot as well, where you want to experiment, you want to maybe challenge the fucking raver, you want to maybe take them on a bit of a journey, you want to maybe open their minds to things that they won't probably listen to, but then you're also keenly aware that some people don't go out often. This is their first night out in 6 months. They've fucking paid for a babysitter, they've paid for a dog sitter or something, they've got on their best outfit, they're spending money they don't have to drink and to do drugs at this club. You kind of think that you owe it to them to kind of give them a bit of a good show. And maybe a good show isn't playing like a 9-minute fucking trance track, you know? Maybe a good show is playing that hit that's kind of overplayed, that's overdone, but it's playing that hit and getting it done. And maybe maybe the perfect blend is kind of weaving both of those things at the same time, you know? Giving them something that they want, playing something that you want, challenging them back and forth. But big up Dixon, big up fucking Dixon. Amazing insight there. Again, you always get this from Dixon, innit? Very thoughtful, very interesting. Guy that's kind of got, you know, a slew of experience over the years, and somebody that I've been in love with from the beginning. Like I've kind of fell in love with Dixon from the start, mainly for the fashion, you know, weirdly enough. I think I spotted him one time in a feature somewhere. I was like, oh shit, that's a Comme des Garçons t-shirt. That's a Comme des Garçons shirt button up. I spotted it straight away. I was like, oh, who the fuck's that? Especially growing up, you know, everyone's wearing black and shit and t-shirts. Here he is in a fucking Comme des Garçons shirt, button way all the way up to the top. I was like, okay, cool. This is my DJ. And it just happened to be that he's one of the greatest in the vision. Everything else he does, I love it. But it's just funny that I kind of discovered him firstly because of the fashion. And, you know, he's still a very interesting guy in terms of fashions too. But in terms of ability to DJ, you know, one of the greatest. I think he might have the most flawless blend of all time. I think he might have the most flawless blend. Sometimes like you don't even notice it's a different. I mean, it's just incredible the way he mixes. Next clip here. Music is just for fun. Let's play this one. Music is just for fun.
Coming from East Germany, and I was a teenager when the wall came down, which means I experienced firsthand how it was when East and West came together. In Berlin, the wall came down and the dance rave scene occupied spaces and united East and West in a way that politics can't figure out today. So I experienced how it can be that that music is not just fun and an add-on after a heavy week. It can be a ground to find a common space with people that you wouldn't think so. And if that needs a voice, then the voice should be used.
I agree. That's one of the things I kind of loved when I first started going out. Initially, you're going out for that escapism, or no, you're going out to kind of run away from your circumstances, like I was back in the day. You know, maybe living at home, kind of growing up and becoming your own person, and that friction of your parents not really letting you be your own person, you know, whatever, right? But soon after, what I really liked about going out mostly was the connections, was the community, the people that you kind of were able to talk to befriend, to hang out with, to see. Especially when you'd go out every weekend, you kind of see the same faces, especially Innovision nights, right? Big up Bobby, we'd go to Innovision nights and we'd see the same group of guys, same group of girls, you know what I mean, in different events, like, hey, what's up, share fucking insights about what happened there, what happened here, tunes, whatever. Really cool community of people that you'd meet, and most of these people you probably wouldn't have even ever met them outside of music, outside of clubbing. That was a really unique part of it, kind of, you know, linked to, regardless of your political standings or socioeconomic levels and shit. That was really fucking special in the beginning. Now it's a bit flatter and stuff. It's a bit easier. Maybe it takes a little bit of the fun and lure out of it, but I still think fundamentally that is what makes clubbing so interesting and so fun. The ability to kind of course, go and follow somebody, watch somebody play that you love and adore, but also the people that you meet who also love and adore the same person that you do, or the space that you do, or sometimes some people that just turn up there randomly. I love those interactions. Not just always meeting the fangirls or the fanboys or they thems. It's sometimes meeting people who just, like, I don't know, randomly walked by and saw the vibe and just walked in just to see what's going on, you know? Those are some of the interesting people you find as well. Like, fuck. It's fucking amazing. So big up Dixon, always an interesting person. Like this person said in the comments, incredible words. I watched the whole interview and I could listen to him for days. That's that's Dixon. Another person here says, when you hear DJs from Berlin who grew up in the East as the wall came down, like Dixon and Dietman, Marcel Dietman, you can really hear how they talk about music and the scene as something more special. It really reminds you where it came from, and amazing to have artists like this around who are still one of the best in the game. Yep, agree with that one. I can't believe Aria are actually pushing something different than Division. Well done for getting him speaking out. Probably the best, probably the first and last one to actually get the root of it publicly. Hands down, the best 45-minute podcast you'll hear. Okay, cool. I'm definitely gonna listen to it then. Love. Come, this interview is yet another confirmation of my love and respect for the Innovision movement. Yeah, big up Dixon, man. One of the greatest of all time. And you ever clip the same thing, right? You ever clip Tricks is there. Remember when RA had their DJ ranking and this dude was #1 for 7 years in a row? Those were the days. Exactly, yeah, exactly. I remember that. Let's like that. I remember that. I was there. Big up Jimmy Jules, love him. Let's like that as well. Blondish, fuck Blondish, by the way. Fuck Blondish. Let's skip by that. Another person says, super nice. Always remember the first time I heard you play after Laurent Garnier at Pan. Oh, imagine that. Imagine going to fucking Berghain and hearing Dixon play after Laurent Garnier. God damn it. Had danced for 7 hours straight to Laurent and finally sat down, but then you played a pitch down version of Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls, and I was right. Ooh, that gives me tingles already thinking about it. Right back on dance floor for 3 more hours. Your RA mix is still one of my faves and told a story of the moment in time for us ravers. One of the best. His sets will always have dimension, variety, and BPMs. Stefan is a wonderful storyteller that makes moment of music an interesting dynamic so far. By the way, I wonder if he still got his sandwich shop. Do you guys remember that? He used to have a sandwich shop, right? Back in the day. I wonder if he still has that sandwich shop. I discovered so many amazing artists that still follow this to this day. 4 hours set, Dixon and Denver Gallery. Storytelling during a DJ set can change so much. Good judge of a DJ is the one who could tell a story. Yeah. Big up Dixon, man. Big up Dixon. Fucking legend. One of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest of all fucking time. Big up fucking Dixon. Big up fucking Dixon.